Okay, so before I was so rudely interrupted by not enough storage, the guy screamed at him, "What do you mean? That's your girlfriend. You're too ugly and edgy to have one." And he's like, "What's wrong with me having a girlfriend?" She's like, "Don't worry, Val, you're not ugly or edgy." And he's like, "Thank you." So he tries to punch Deku. So Deku sees this coming and grabs his hand, grabs the guy's fist, breaks his arm, and then knees him in the gut somehow. He's still sitting down, so he breaks his arm, somehow puts his gut to his knee, and then punches him away across the room exactly. And this is like a big ass room, and he makes a crater. So they're like, my God. And by the way, Deku does have a mouth, just that it's behind a plate. No, hold up. How am I gonna do this? It's sort of like Adam. Or Shoji or something. He doesn't need to open his mouth to talk, but he can open his mouth. Yeah, that's what he has. Damn, that's hard. So, people don't mess with Deku for the rest of the year. Well, for the rest of the day. Bullies still try to bully him, especially the girls. Bakugo and Deku aren't really friends at all, because they don't have to be. Time skip. UA. Aizawa says, I want you two to become heroes. Is that okay with you guys? And Deku be like, we can be heroes, I guess, but I guess we can. Or he's like, yeah, we can be heroes. Me and you. She starts singing the song, Deku, and Deku looks at her like, come on. Aizawa just be disappointed in her kids. And she has some random ass husband. No, she's single. Yeah, she's single. She be single. Any hot dudes wanna claim her, it is A-okay. What the fuck am I doing? I think I'm too tired. Damn, I'm tired as hell. I'm gonna do this for like 7 more minutes, and then I'm done. I'm uploading the 2 parts that I recorded just now. 3 and 4. This is my first thing to ever get 4 uploads. And I thought it would be Soundwave. So, let's see. The 10 months of training is really just Deku and Wraith fighting each other the entire time. And working on their breath attacks, and their tail attacks, and their wing attacks, and their claw attacks, and their attacks in general. And yeah, that's basically it. Yeah. Oh yeah. What else? So they go to UA. Deku's wearing his middle school outfit. No, he's just wearing the pants because he doesn't really need to wear a shirt at all, actually, so he doesn't need to wear a shirt. Wraith's wearing her entire thing. So Ito walks up to the obvious dude, and he's like, "What are you doing here? You are a male. You are not allowed to be here." And he's like, I have a quirk, can't you see? You do not have a quirk, you're just wearing random clothing you found on the street. So Deku summons his axe and is like, do you believe me now? He's like, and she's like, yes. Yes, sir, I apologize for what I just did. I shouldn't have falsely assumed that no male can ever have a quirk. You must be a very special case. I apologize for my actions. And Red's like, damn. Looks like you already got a fan club. And she's like, and he just looks at her like, you're the only fan club I need. And she, aww. Aren't you too edgy to say that? So you're like, we've known each other. Why do you do this to me? Because it's fun. What are you, a what are you, not sociopath, but someone who gets off from other people's pain, like, you know those type of people that laugh when someone's getting tortured or something? Or the type of person that laughs at a kid eating shit? Yeah, she's one of those people. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. And she's like, aren't you a masochist? He's like, bitch, that was one time. Nah, I'm joking. But he looked at her like, name one time I've ever seen like a masochist, and she was like, good point. So they walk in. Deku aces the test because he's smart by. He's smart by law. If you, ooh, I'm gonna go off on another tangent on how retarded MHA is. Like, I can't understand why would All Might make such a bad decision? Like, yes, this quirkless boy that nearly killed himself. He is the successor of my quirk. Oh god. He is the successor of my quirk. He is the perfect choice. He is not the perfect choice. Not at all. What All Might should have done is had a kid and give him a quirk. Like, why? He could have any woman he wanted, realistically. So, he could have any woman. But he decides not to have a child and to actually wait for a successor. And instead of maybe having a baby with someone with a really strong quirk, that way One for All makes that quirk even stronger. He decides to give it to a quirkless boy that caused the problem he tried to save. And let's not forget the fact that Deku is mentally ill for being like, Contra and me are friends. Bitch, you're not friends. Back to the video. So he aces the test, and the fight thing begins, and Deku doesn't transform because he doesn't want to. Fuck. Oh fuck, yay. Hold up. But like all these images, Deku doesn't transform because he doesn't want to. He just summons his axe. His vaal hazak axe. He can use any weapon really that's from vaal hazak tree. He just decides to use the hammer, even though it's a fucking axe, and he's gonna use it like an axe, not a hammer. But he can do tactical switches. Like, he might need a hammer for a part, and then you switch back to the axe, and you can dual wield weapons, because like, he's not fucking. Why didn't they just have a regular old sword? Like, they had great sword and shield, dual blades, long sword. They didn't have a single regular ass sword in Monster Hunter World. I would have named that. Alright. It's the fastest weapon in the game with mediocre damage, like dual blade damage. Not the greatest damage, but still fairly good. And you're faster than the dual blades as well. You can add some other shit too, and it'll be really fucking cool. No, Deku's gonna be more like a knight actually, so he summons the sword. Just imagine it with vaal hazak type things. Like, it's made out of this weird mass metal. It looks really evil. The spikes coming off the sides. So he summons a vaal hazak sword, and everybody's looking at him like, damn, that's a fucking villain, obviously. So the test starts. Deku bolts off and starts slicing and dicing shit because he's the strongest, because he has super strength naturally. And Wraith's with him too, so she has her sword and shield. So she'd be like stabbing shit, stabby. Deku be slicing, and they're covering each other as if they're like fucking ice climbers and shit. So Deku gets missile shot at him from the back. She hops in and fucking just like blocks that shit and is like, thanks. She's like, no problem, bro. We're dating. Why did you say bro? Because it's fun. So they see a 3-pointer. Deku rushes at it, slices off the legs. Wraith finishes it with stabbing it in the head, and boom. And as all the entire time, it's like, that's my kids. And like, you had a kid and like, adopted. How are they working so well together if they're adopted? Well, they grew up together, basically. They knew each other since they were 10. But they're dating for some reason, I don't know why. Isn't that basically incest? Erase your head. They were dating before I got to them. So he's like, okay. So Deku switches into the axe and starts to... No, he quick switches into a hammer and starts to just... So, wait, no. So he jumps onto a robot, slices its head off, jumps, switches to a hammer, bonks the shit out of another robot, switches into a spear, throws it at another thing. Some of these weapons are making up out of nowhere because I went to insect blade vaults, mounting one of them and stabbing the shit out of it. Wait, no. Does a spinning attack where he's like flipping. He does a mid-air attack with the insect glaive, taking that out. And they be doing like shit similarly and stuff. Like, I'm messing with my legs right now, so I'm like, and they be doing like combo moves together. Like Deku be making hammer. Deku would summon like a hammer, and she would like and he'll launch her in the air, and she would take her like, and she'll summon herself a hammer, and bludgeon, and just like bomb the shit out of another motherfucker. Nezu says, fuck it, we're sending out 2 0-pointers today. So the 0-pointers are right by each other. And since Deku's 15, he's big as hell. And Wraith is almost as big, a little bit smaller. So Deku transforms, and he's the size of... He's maybe like half the size of a 0-pointer head. Wraith is a little bit smaller than him. So they rush at the, so they fire their breath weapons at the thing. Deku's is acid burning it. I think that's what it does. I'm not sure. Wraith is fire burning it, and then they rush over, tackle it, and then start to blast it even more. So that shit goes down. They de-transform, and Nezum hit it, so all of the 3-pointers surround them. So they'd be like, well shit. So Deku summons a big-ass greatsword, like a greatsword the size of his body. Wraith summons, like, dual blades. Well, let's do this. Yeah, I guess you're right. So he'd be going through them with a big ass sword easily. Like right slice, shoulder bash, over shoulder swing, does a flip in the air. Summons one of those fucking arm things and shoots a bomb at it. And shoots a berry at it that at one of the boss that blow it up. Rift does the same thing and synchronize with Deku. So they both summon. So she summons her her sword and shield, and Deku summons his regular ass sword, and they get rid of the rest of them easy peasy. So Deku has 345,000. No, 368. Wraith has 362. And then the bell goes that says, "Time's up, motherfuckers. Stop destroying our shit." That's where I'm gonna leave it off. So you guys got 2 parts in one day. And none of them are the what ifs that you wanted. Suck my beep.